first thing you want to do for the Astra is get this long piece out with the air vent on it. See, so you can start along the top, start prying it out forward. And then once you've got a start, you can start pulling it out. Like that. And then this piece over here, it's a little bit trickier, but I usually get in here, pop that bit out first, and then you can kind of pull both bits out together. That there, leaving that loose for now. And then this long silver piece pops out like that. Out like there. And this one has got two 7mm bolts holding it in on both sides. So you're going to want a ratchet, nut driver. You're going to want a 7mm to get these two out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So those have been removed. So now we can remove this. And the way to do this is to get underneath it and popped out there. But usually it's a little less dramatic, but you just pop it out from the bottom, and then that lip pulls it forward like there. You can see it's got a lip along the top. So remove that. I've already unplugged this one. You unplug the plugs, put that one aside. And now with the wiring, I've put my wires already here, but I can show you. So that one's basically useless now, so not to worry about that one. Make sure the hazard button gets plugged into the new frame. It's here. So that wants to get plugged in there. Okay. And then the easy bits, GPS aerial, Wi-Fi aerial, and the speaker, they just stick down onto any of these flat surfaces. So nice and easy. Stick those down. The USB cables, these two long grey ones, you want to put them somewhere convenient. And I think probably the only place is either down here, so they're coming out, so you can use them. You can loosen that a little bit and pop them out. Maybe you could put them in the glove box, but quite often there isn't any access. So it's up to you. Now with the main harness, so it's quite long, and what you want to do is get underneath the steering wheel on the right-hand drive models. And the left-hand drive models, it's behind the glove box. You've got to remove the whole glove box to get to the head unit. But on the right-hand drive, it's under here, underneath the steering wheel. And here is the unit. You could either have one of a grey and a green, or you could have one with a brown, I think it is. So there's two different ones. So if it's not exactly this one, don't worry, you just use the other plugs. But if it's this one, the green and the silver, you plug the harness into the green and the silver into the black one, and then you're just feeding this long harness, see, like that, up, and pass it through to the radio location. So that is gonna, and then just tie all this off so it's nice and secure, doesn't drop down to the pedals. The black one is the DAB aerial, so I've connected my DAB connector here. Canvas box there, plugged in. Everything's fed up to the top. Also the FM aerial is fed up to the top. And the white one is the FM aerial, the black one is the DAB, okay? So that's what you have to do with that. You've also got another small plug. So this one orange wire, and if you want to plug the one in with one green wire, you want to feed this up to the steering wheel location. And then you want to pop off this steering wheel cover. You just, so ease this whole bit to pop that off. See, so I've opened that up. You can see in there's the steering wheel plug connector. So I've unplugged the one that was there, and you see I've plugged it into my patch cable here. I've run that one orange wire down to there to plug in. So that's what we have to do for the steering wheel controls on this model. It may not have to be done. Just check if the steering wheel controls are working first. Some of the models you don't need to. The other ones you need to do this step for the steering wheel controls to work. So that's what you do there. So pop back on. And then you can just move the steering wheel forward and backwards, give you better access on that. So that's all the wiring. I've also got my reverse, I'm doing reverse camera, so I've put the reverse camera cable through. It's the yellow one, and I've joined it to the red ignition wire. Okay, so for the camera is red to red. If you're not doing camera, that's fine. This one is just for the microphone really. So run a microphone up to here, just underneath here, past again with the rest, up to here. So that's all your wires ready to go. So I've got my new unit and I've plugged in all of the wires here. So the main power plug, the FM aerial, the long one, which is mainly for the microphone, subwoofer, aftermarket speakers, if you've got them. Most people don't, just leave those. CAN bus plug, very important, 2 USB grey cables, the reverse camera adapter, which is plugged into the reverse camera wire, GPS, which is the blue one, and Wi-Fi, which is the pink one. Everything's all plugged in, tested, so we're going to put it into place. So you want to go top in first, so get that top lip in as the first bit, and then you can get the bottom bit in after that. You can see it lines up with the holes. You want to put these screws back in, both sides, and everything's ready to go. So I'm going to screw it in, and then we're going to put all of our trim pieces back on the same way as they came off. So the long silver piece first, then this side bit over here, clip that back in, and then the air vent black piece over there to the left.